Good morning, guys. This is Kendrick Dish, photographer, videographer, creative for a living. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something. I rented a Fuji XT-2 based on the recommendation of a bunch of people saying this was a really nice camera and I should take a closer look at it. So I decided to rent it from lensrentals.com, paid for it myself. And I shot with it for a week, including a professional shoot and a bunch of just carrying around and shooting some stuff. And today's the day I'm supposed to return it to Lens Rentals, and I'm trying to decide if I want to keep it or return it. I think I'm going to go ahead and return this one, but I still may buy another one later on because I really liked it. I really liked shooting with this camera. A couple of things I really liked about it was the autofocus and how fast it was. It was extremely fast. It was really accurate, and it had a lot of customization settings so you could change how it worked for different types of subjects and different types of situations. And I didn't even get into it that deep, but I really liked what they did with it. And autofocus is something that some professionals never do. I personally like using it a lot because I like to shoot fast. I like to shoot a lot of things, moving around a little bit, and you use the little jog style here, the joystick to switch which focus point you're on, and it's just really good at that. One of the other things is this XF lens system is really a sharp lens. This is the only one I've tried, the XF 16-55, and it is really sharp. I think it's sharper than my Canon lenses. So I got to take a closer look at that, read some more reviews about these things, but from what I can tell, this is a fantastic kit. A couple other things I liked is it has dual SD slots. That's pretty much a pro feature that my Canon doesn't have. And it's got the battery grip, which, most of them have a battery grip, but this provides extra settings. You can flip the little boost switch and it boosts how much power is going to the camera, which increases your frame rate for high-speed shooting. It increases performance of the buffer. It increases couple other things, I don't remember which, but it increases performance of the camera overall. Not all battery grips do that. This one does. It does killer video. I shot some video with it. It does 4K at 30p and it does 1080 at 60p. And the footage is fantastic. I looked over some of it in the last few days, and I think just the way that the sensor, what the people say about the sensor is that it's something special. It applies to video too, and I gotta say that I think I agree. It looks amazing. If I had to pinpoint it, and I don't feel like I've done enough research on this to know exactly what it is, but it's the fall off from the highs, the brights to the darks. It handles that transition period in the photo very well, and it remains with the perfect amount of contrast between that too. A lot of cameras, like with poorer sensors, don't handle that fall off very well. The bright bleeds into the dark a whole lot, and it becomes muddy and gray and not that good. So this does a fantastic job of that. A lot of people are big on the film looks that you can put on, that come with it, and you can put on your pictures. I kind of liked the way they worked, but I can't say that that's a selling point for me, because that's really, to me, just feels like an Instagram filter. And it comes with about 10 or 11 of them. And while that's handy and nice, I feel like I could do the same thing with Lightroom presets and just have it do that when I import the photos in. So unless I'm missing something on that, I don't see that as a big selling point for me, even though I did like them. The viewfinder, the electronic viewfinder, is another killer feature. I feel like it's just time. I've been using an optical viewfinder for so long, but I think this electronic viewfinder made shooting, I could shoot faster, I could compose faster. I didn't have to chimp on the back of the camera and check my images and be like, is that sharp? Is that bright? Is that, too bright, too dark, whatever? I feel like I'm more confident with an electronic viewfinder. And I also showed this to somebody who I know. They shoot in auto a lot, and then they check and they're like, well, it didn't come out right, and therefore I don't know what to do. But I showed them how if they set a couple of the preset dials, if they set their shutter speed to 1/125th of a second, and they set their ISO to auto, and then all they do is they just turn their aperture, which is on the aperture ring, by the way, on these, then they just look at the image until it looks about right. And once you've got that dialed in, you're good. You can also put it on auto aperture, and maybe just change your shutter speed until it looks good, or change your ISO until it looks good. So you could get your exposure triangle locked in and only mess with one setting and look at it in the viewfinder until it looks good. Take the picture and you know you're done. So I think even for some beginners or amateurs, this can make your photography better. Even though I consider it a pro level camera, I think it's a good one for advanced amateurs or even beginners because of the electronic viewfinder. Some of the things I'm sort of not liking about my Canons, I'm a Canon guy. I got my C100 that I'm shooting this on. I've got my 70D that I've shot on photo and video for years. I've got my Canon G5X for carrying around. It's my carry-around camera, and I shoot a ton of video on this thing too, and it does a great job. And I really like it. So I'm a Canon guy, and I have a bunch of Canon lenses. I don't have anything Fuji. I don't have anything by anyone else. So if I were to consider switching to the Fuji system, I would be investing a lot in a whole new system. And I don't know what I would do with some of my other stuff. Would I sell some of these lenses to raise funds for this? Would I keep it and shoot it on professional stuff? I don't know. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But I know that I'm having a tough time wanting to send this one back. I want to keep shooting with it. I just want to play with it more. I want to shoot with it more. I feel like my photography is more fun with this camera, and it's kind of a weird way of thinking about it, but I'm enjoying this camera, and that's worth a lot. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Is switching systems worthwhile for just one really good camera? I don't know. I don't know what's next from Fuji. I know tons of professional photographers that are just loving the Fuji series, and I guess we'll just have to see. I'll let you know in a future update what I've decided to do, but I just thought I would let you guys know that I had rented this camera, that I really liked it, that I was thinking about buying it, and that I'm sad that today is the day I got to return it. So until next time, maybe I'll tell you what I've done, what I haven't done, and hit the subscribe button if you want to talk more about cameras, and write in the comments, let me know what you would do. Have you tried this camera? Are you happy with your current lineup? I just got to say, the Canon isn't coming out with the features that I want. So I'm in a point in my career here where money is not the deciding factor. Features and quality is. And so I'm trying to make some good choices here, and I'm interested in hearing you guys' feedback. So thanks for watching, and subscribe if you want to talk more.